Good boy. Good boy. A minute ago, guys, he was yum, 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 right out the door. He gone. Now, as much as this video could just be about Theodore, it is not just about Theodore. It's about, well, what is it about? I don't really know. We went to the Pate swap meet and we found a lot of carbureting machines. I like these this one's a 2100. We can tell when we flip it over one, look how small these thingies are. That's a proper term for a carbureting machine. Then you flip this one over. Those are a little bigger, I think. But besides that, you see how that one's flat across there? And that one is not. That one curves in both sides. We got this one as well, also flat. Ooh, missing a screw, solid. These ones more than likely are either Amazon repops. This one here I'm betting is a parts house repop. All of which I've never had luck with. So I don't know why I bought them other than to make myself struggle. Sometimes you just got to struggle through. Now, the half hole needs a carburetor. It has a Holly style, and I don't ever have luck with the Hollies. Now, the 2100, 2150s, I think they even made a 23, I don't know. Those styles, I've got pretty good luck with. So this one here actually got thrown in for free with one of them. And this one is the one we'll probably have the best luck out of because she's factory. Now, let's have a little closer look at this one. Just something interesting to me. Look at that accelerator pump. That's like the size of a freaking fire hydrant or well pump. Old manual well pump. That's what I was getting at. Little Johnny out there pumping, trying to get his water to take him a bath. I sent a picture of that to Uncle Rick, and I said, "You ever seen an accelerator pump like that cover on one of these 2100s?" Well, he said, "Nope." But that looks like some SH exclamation point T Ford that to me. And I said, "Yeah, you reckon maybe it's an early one, considering the cover on it?" And so I just looked up the first year of the 2100, and I think it said 1957. And sure enough, there's one on eBay for sale that says for a 1957 Ford, and they had that same. So that's got to be an early one, late 50s. I'm imagining. So one thing I've been wanting to do is put a better carburetor on the half hull. Now y'all have seen me carb swap it. I've never had a 2100 to put on there. I always have the Hollies, and this one that's currently on there, well, she got Frankenstein mangled together. I'm pretty sure I had the improper rebuild kit. I may even have to cut and weld some stuff on it, just trying to Frankenstein it and make it work. And with that being said, I blame the carburetor, okay? It has nothing to do with improper rebuild kits. Or I blame Holly, more or less, okay? I never have luck with them. And yeah, that's definitely not because we don't use proper parts. I'll just blame the carburetor itself. All right. Ooh, wasp fell from somewhere. We got a whole nest. I don't see any. Battery belt fell out of her though. I think her prop rod has seen better days. Yeah. And are we gonna get rained on today? We may. Let me show you what we got here. Right here, like I said, another little 2-barrel style, but it's the Holly. And I don't know much about them. I wish it would stay running good, because when I first swapped it and I thought it was good to go, she was an absolute ripper, folks.
Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about.
Back in her prime, she was a ripper, folks. Only problem is, it only ran good like that for like 2 days. And then, from then on, I was trying to use it out here as we were building the house and stuff. She was just fighting me. I don't really know what we're gonna need here, so I'm just gonna grab us a few little tools and let's go pull this old carbureting machine off. All right, redneck. Let's see how I redneck this, because I truly do not remember. Decent little fabrication going on there. Little honk, 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 honk. Got a honk, honk, honking spring on it, because that sucker's hard to pull. Let's start there. One of these years, we may get the half haul actually running good. Yeah. Sheesh. Oh, that's easy enough. I think these are metrics. No? Are they not? That one didn't have very much torque on it. Surely we were not vacuum leaking. I hear wasp, I'll whoop a wasp. That's right. It's wasp whooping season right around the corner. I'm excited. I got hands for days. Come flying over here, see what happens. That one was not very hard to turn either. May just found part of our problem. Yeah. These Hollies, I think you can get them in like a 350, 500. I don't know. What I do know about Hollies is the guys who love them seem to love them, and the guys who don't like them, don't like them. And that's me. This one, pain in the butt. The one I put on the box truck on Big White, I pulled that one off the orange Lodestar. Never rebuilt it, never touched it. Just made it work on there. It worked for a couple days. Now it's messing up in ornery. Once again, has nothing to do with sitting for years and not being rebuilt and just thrown on and expected to work. That ain't part of it. I blame Holly. Holly Wally Doo Dah Day. Beep 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 beep. Rip pa 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 pa. Rip beep beep boop beep pop pop. Beep pop 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 boop. Ha ha! Don't forget our custom spacer adapter. Here, put in Fab Shop, we only use the finest of fuel hose clamps. How did I get that bolt in there, huh? So even though they're 2-barrel and they kind of have the same base plate pattern design, Nathan better quit parking that pretty red car up here before we put that lift kit and swap them Torola tires to it. Got us a new Torola. The Hollies, their bowl here goes through that little plate of some sort, whatever you call it. So you got a gasket there and a gasket there. And in my experience, those like to shrivel up and then they leak. When you look at the Ford, the Autolite 2100, obviously that whole top comes off. So if that's, I don't know, there's just a lot less chances of it leaking as your gasket gets a little older, I would say. And then inside, I would just say these are built a little more simple than these. But then again, I'm not really a carburetor guy. If I was, we wouldn't be doing a carburetor swap for the 17th time. So we can either try to rebuild this one, which I think size-wise, this one would probably be good for the half hull, but it needs gone through. Or we could look at one of our rebuilt, brand new. It worked just fine. I only took it off to put a 4-barrel on there. That's what both of them said on that. So I don't believe either one of them. I think they put them on and they're piece of crap carburetors because they were repopped more than likely. And they're just not going to work good. I could be wrong. All right. I hate to call someone a liar, but with these repop ones, everyone, well, we just decided to go to a 4-barrel. We just felt like pulling intake and doing all that, even though we just put this one on, you know. Right. I believe you, all right? That's what I do too. Got that baby on the road, decided she needs some more horsepowers, and I went, we need a 750 double pumper. Time to get this one we just put on. Let's take it off. Let's do the back track. So I don't know what we should do here. Maybe we can just pull the top on this one and see what she's looking like in there. Uh-oh. It's time to deliver the stinking Lincoln. That was my grandma's town car. And she smokes a little bit. We did get it started, me and Dad did. But it's just been sitting in the same spot, flat tires, needs battery, needs better gas. It was dying. But anyhow, it is going to Sammy at St. Louis Salvage. Little V8 in it, whatever come in them town cars, but since it smokes some, we're not tearing into it that far. Could be a decent drivetrain swap, I guess. I don't know enough about them. But Sammy takes really good care of me. When I sent him a picture of this, he said, I love those things. They seem to do decent for him down there. So he's always scratching my back. I figured we could scratch his a little here. Just back her on up. We'll just swap it straight across. That's what we need, guys. This is the setup here. Look at that. Old town car. She's still holding a little air. Grandma had one too many whiskey nights and ran her up and down a couple mailboxes. Come inside and old Puddin' Pops. He replaced the window motor at one point. That's always been his trick there. You just hook the wire to it, you shove it down, and then when you need to pick her up, you just whoop, pick up on it. Y'all think I'm joking, but I'm not. Solid fix, Dad. They fixed the passenger side too. You see the green wire there. She's ready to roll. She started rolling back. We about took the door off on the trailer fender. And trust me, it took everything, and I mean absolutely everything within me to not fire this thing up and just beat the crap out of it out in the field and have some fun with it. Like I said, I'm trying to do Sammy a solid here, so I didn't want to just, you know, beat the dog poop out of it. I feel like we're in a town car with hydraulics the way I'm going up and down and back and side to side. Whew, it's hot in here. Do not leave your kids or dogs in the car with the windows up or down even in the summertime. Dang, got the double visor accessory. That's a rare option there, folks. You happy? All right. There she goes. I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but this is one of them days where there's 1,000,001 things going on behind the scenes that makes it hard to get stuff done. That's all right. Yeah, let's set our little tiny screws on a table full of holes. That's smart. I'm educated. I'm wound up today for some reason. Grippity, grippity, grippity. Someone sent me this forever ago, and I don't think I've ever used it. We changed that today. 1, 2. I knew I pulled 3. I done lost one. You gotta be joking me. Theodore, find the screw. I don't know if this has to come out of here or not. Can't remember. If I was a betting man, I'd bet so. All right, what we got for levers? We got a doohickey right there. And then, look at that little clippy. Pop the top, pretty clean on that. Inside, not so lucky. I think gasket could be reused, actually. She's a little solid. Holy float! I'll be danged. It comes out easier when you take off the retaining clip. That's a nice float right there. It is pretty stinking clean in here. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Someone had definitely been in this thing, so that's gonna be good or bad. It's gonna be good as in it may work good, or it's gonna be bad in as in, you know, there's something wrong with it that we don't see and don't fix. If it hadn't just been sitting there on the shelf wherever in someone's G-Raj, I think this sucker would be as clean as a whistle. Little check ball there that came out of underneath there. No, y'all can't see, but still super clean. Oh, come on, Jets. Oh yeah, be good to us. She's plenty clean. 6'2", also 6'2", same size. Oh yeah, ain't even gonna have to fight the seat here. Now let's give her the old flip. What we got hid underneath here, huh? Just a damned old power valve. Someone's whipping up like they own the place. I bet it's Slick Fitty. Y'all owe me lots of money because I won that bet. I said someone whipped up like they own the place at Slick. Pull that little cover there. Power valve. Also, does not look bad. Someone would definitely freshen this baby up before she got sat on the shelf. Now, as I pull all this apart, it'd be a good time to tell you, I don't know if I have the proper rebuild kit for this. Kind of like our Holly ones that we just mangled together. I ordered like 3 different ones that's supposed to be for these kind of sort of, and we're gonna just kind of look through them and hope for the best, more or less. Now that diaphragm don't tear. That one there would run. She is pretty clean. Next up, the little accelerator pump. Yeah. We'll cross that bridge in a minute. How's that? That clip just launched to outer space. I heard it hit a bucket. It hit there or here? Probably landed in the bucket. That's 4 points if so. Did you find it? Damn, Eagle Eye. Slick showed up right in time. He knew I was about to lose some crap. What is... We're gonna have to look at that in a second. Because this actually pumps your accelerator pump, this throttle, or this lever here. But then, as that cycles, this one pulls back, like so. That's also how we can remove that. And that plugs into here. So what is that? Just a vent, a little flapper, I guess. Because it's only a little spring-loaded piece of copper in here. I don't know. We can put our clip back on this one before we lose it. That may be a problem. That looks like a very specific and special accelerator pump there. Oh yeah, it is. It goes all the way through that sucker, don't it? Ooh, lucky me. Oh man. All right. Oh, something else fell. What is going on here? We were doing good until we weren't. It has to be something that half interlocks with this, I guess. Oh, hey, there's that screw I was looking for. Boop. Yeah, something just fell out, but I didn't even get eyeballs on it. I just heard tink tink. I'm sure it wasn't important. I think Theodore had it. I think it might be that right there. Yeah, because that's a round hole. So I think what you do is you just slide that there, shove it like so, drop that ball in there, aka drop it down there. What if? Yeah, that's it. Boom, retains it. So she's pretty well blown apart. Oh, what's that? Something was flopping, making me nervous. At this point, we could clean her and rebuild her if we had the proper kit. I don't even think that needs like tanked or anything. I think a good brake clean and run it. Everything gets a good quick blast of the can, and that thing would be a high performance rig. Sure. 3 universal kits. Well, I say universal. They're for the 21s and 2150s. Of course, I didn't get a single one that had that old monster lift kit for the accelerator pump. Got us 3 extra gaskets. Oh, so who would have thunk that old water well pump of a accelerator pump would get you?
Don't crack, do you think it'll run?
It'll run until it doesn't. I mean, it ain't
bad.
It ain't cracked. Where's it at? Be easy enough to get to with it on there. It ain't like it's that hard to pull off. Me and Slick both need a Harbor Freight run, so as we do the run, I'm gonna see if I can't find the right kit for that, maybe. Well, that was a pretty disappointing trip. Slick got what he needed. I got us another ram for our crane, but no luck with the cleaner. They had the small little microsonic whatever thing, but I wanted the big one, and they were out of them. Said if we want to drive 45 minutes to Norman, they had 3 in stock. No thanks. And then as far as the accelerator pump, I was doing some research as we were driving, and we are very fortunate that these are very specific to 1957 and not a single parts house shows that as an option. I found parts, but it's all crap you got to order online. So I would bank on doing a video with rebuilding a carburetor and being able to get the proper kit and the cleaner all in one day. And it turned out good. But here we are. I still think we got better luck with these. This one versus them. Shake the butterfly shaft. See if she's wobbly. Little wobbly?
She'll look bad.
Yeah. They're notorious for that. I don't know why I got them, other than to make myself miserable. The good news is we're not giving up, folks. I still think the brake clean blowout on that. This diaphragm is not torn. I'm not saying it's going to last forever, but it may get us going this go around. And then we can order the proper kit online. And if we got to replace the accelerator pump, that shouldn't be too hard. I mean, let's be honest, pulling that off there and pulling these apart ain't hard either way. Not very time consuming. So all that being said, I guess let's go get us some rebuild in a can. Just about out of the rebuild in a can. Oh, whoo, whoo, whoo. Being non-chlorinated, that sure is strong. She's got instant evaporation and superior superior cleaning action. We will see. It's doing good so far. Dang! This is gonna be the nicest one I have. Whoever had rebuilt this definitely had it like tanked really well, because look inside there already. I mean, the outside's kind of ugly, but I don't think it needs much more than what we've done so far to be a good carburetor. Go ahead and finish off this can, blasting some of it off the outside anyhow. The guy selling these didn't know this was the nicest carburetor he had. Shoot, one can, can't be mad at that. That don't mean we ain't gonna use 2 cans, okay? Mama didn't raise no punk, we gonna empty them. That's the dirtiest part right there. That was the dirtiest part. Oh yeah. She's spraying out all the holes. That's a good sign. I don't think we're gonna be clogged up any in there. Careful now. We don't know if our kit that we do have has our needle and seat, so we don't want to be losing that. Look at that. We might as well polish her slick. She's a unit. Power valve cover. And can't forget the top. Slick fitty out. All right, one other thing. I don't know what this little dampener bumper's for, but I don't think we need it where we're headed. So I'm probably just gonna pull that off there. I actually think we could slap this all back together and have a functioning carburetor. So, since we're here and don't have the proper kit for certain, that's what we're gonna try. Because at this point, I don't feel like we got much to lose. We're gonna ditch that, whatever it's for. Got this that comes out. I'm hoping it threads out. Oh, that may be for our old vacuum advance though. Huh? That's gonna be difficult too. Yep, I don't got nowhere else to pull vacuum from. So I need to figure out how to convert this to something we can. I was about to plug it. Let's see if we can do a little scavenging. A lot of the old-timey stuff had those hard-lined vacuum lines, and we robbed this Holly off the Lodestar. I looked earlier to see if the master cylinder's good, because I'm gonna start messing with this truck here shortly. But I don't know if it has that right there, maybe. See that piece right there that hard lines into our distributor? About a 3/8 or 7/16, just guessing. And that may have been a lucky guess. Real lucky, that will thread right into that. Looky there, we got a conversion kit. Whoa, fall off there, you'll know it. Sometimes you're better to be lucky than good. Better watch your butt half fall. I ain't gave up on this yet. Looking at that, someone had cut that obviously. So there's some slivers right there. Clean them up. All right, she may have a fighting chance yet. If I didn't find one out there, I was about to take that little nipple there that just slipped inside there and some of this JB Weld water weld, and we were going to see if those two would stick together. This here is much more professional. First on, the stubborn accelerator pump. Yeah. Slap both jets back in. Little rod thingy, McBobber. What else? What else? What else? Check ball, don't forget that. And then whatever you call this assembly. Put our little seat back in. That seat don't look terribly old by any means. Oh, See, a little bit of our gasket shoved out from underneath there, but it just kind of sheared it off. So we're gonna try our luck. Little power valve. It'll work or it won't. Forgot we are missing one screw out of that one. Where are we? Because what's that screw there? All right, we may have been missing a screw, but I magically found it. Ta-da! Maybe I'm the only one missing a screw around here. Who knows? Our needle, it's nice and clean. I ain't even gonna spray it off. Don't forget to pop your little retaining clip. And I always do the blow test to check these. I don't know if I do any good or not. I'm gonna adjust her down a hair. Your float obviously floats, that's why they call it the float. So if you pick that up and it's sticking way up, or sometimes even if it's right at level, I bend them down just a hair. You just adjust on your little tang there. So I shove that down, and then as you pick that up, that tang's gonna shove that needle down quicker, which is gonna seal that off quicker. I think we'll be pretty good right in there. Ow! Oh, the fingernail came off, guys. That's all the old dead skin underneath there. Yeah, so we're building back better. One other thing to consider before we go down there, that looks like it was leaking, is our fuel inlet. This one, same thing, set up for a hard line. This one here has this, so let's pull this out and see what we got. Oh, never mind, that's a full assembly. Yeah, that's more what I was after. Oh, that's nice and loose for us. Well, those are different threads, dummy. All right, that's gonna be our next little problemo here. Those are fine thread. That's smaller than what we need. So is that one, and it's missing, so that don't do us no good. What about old Pistol Pete here? You done saved us once, can you save us twice? Well, if you can, it ain't gonna be real fun to get to, is it? Well, that did not go as planned. Apparently that hood was not attached, or grill. I think that flare on it was too big. We got the 283 in the shop. It had a hard line. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, hey yo, what we got here? What we got there is exactly what we need. That'll work. And get all the burrs off. We don't want it to look like we don't take pride in our work around here. Are y'all playing hide and seek again? Yeah! We got good old Teflon tape on our threads there. Not really necessary for a flare, but we'll leave it. It'll match the rest of the carburetor they got left alone. Now that is not going to get our throttle hooked up or anything like that, but I think we're kind of ready to go start mounting it and figuring out how that'll work. Hi, where'd she go? Where'd she go? Get her. Where'd she go? Him's not very smart. Hey, I ain't trying to be mean, but he really ain't the smartest of dogs. He's very sweet, but I've seen him chase a bug and the bug jump left and he'll literally turn right and be looking everywhere for it. He just ain't got much of common sense. Did you find her? Good boy. I'm gonna have to snatch the base plate off our old Holly just where I can get this bolt out of here, I think. Just gotta loosen her just a hair. He keeps going in the room looking for her up there. You know where the stairs are, goofball? Come on. There we go. And we'll just save this one now for parts. Oh, well, Waspy wants to come back and play, huh? Why don't you land? Why don't you land, see what happens? Why don't you land, see what happens? Come on. Come on. Come on. Circle around. Come on back. Behind them trees like a coward. Knock his nest down. He won't like that, will he? All right, down here, we're gonna use that big old base plate gasket. I'd replaced it when I whipped up our custom spacer here. So we'll set all that down. Set that new one there. And then this sucker's gonna be too long to fit on there. All right, buddy. Come on. Ah. Yeah. Where'd he go, Theo? I'm gonna whoop him. Snuck if you buck season. Get him, Theo. Ah. Oh, that was a different bug. Yeah, tag team. Tag team champions of the world. Put in Theo. Loosen up our line there. And then our vacuum. Oh yeah, that's gonna be all a very big problem. Did I just do all this for absolutely nothing? Uh-huh. Do not count me down and out yet. Come on, get over here in front of that camera too. Come on. Don't you even think about flying at my dog. Yeah! Yeah! As my depth perception gets worse, me trying to punch stuff, I could get whooped by a toddler anymore. I can't judge what I'm hitting or not hitting. That fitting of our distributor off the Lodestar, she's a 90. We can make that work. Got our 1/8 inch pipe threads we need to just suck down in there. She may not be an easy fit though. This is about how you exactly don't want to do a carburetor swap probably. Bunch of junk carbs, junk parts, and locking pliers. We'll get her. Lose the part, that's nice. Can we get that started like so? Then that's gonna be able to spin and clear the base. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Clearance. Yeah. Bend our line a little better. Let's go ahead and pop our rubber hose here off the distributor. And we'll get that shoved onto here. That way it's already attached. You want to work smarter, not harder. All right, that'll definitely seal 1000%. Next problem is our choke setup is hitting this tab on our valve cover. I think that's just another locking pliers challenge here. This little custom sheet metal work. That's good. Where it's welded over there will probably split and then we'll get a bunch of oil out of it. How's that? That's clearing, I think. Just barely. But what I tell you, clearing's clearing. This is what make sure everything can cycle before we start locking stuff down. That can cycle just fine. And though these are metric, I did get us some 5/16 lock washers to put on there. Nope, washers ain't gonna fly. We ain't gonna have enough shank or threads left. We may not have enough with them as is. Oh, come on. Apparently this base is thicker than the Hollies, and it's gonna be just thick enough to put us in bad shape. Sure enough, she's practically flush with the bottom. That ain't gonna do it. Some type of cruel evil joke, because them are metrics, I think. 13 sure fits good. I'm guaranteed I ain't gonna have any more metric like that. We'll go try the local hardware store. They've got pretty slim pickings for the metric. So quick run to the parts store. I don't think we'll have enough for our lock washers, but that should get us tightened down anyhow. Oh, be losing that. I just noticed I locked our choke down when I put the top of the carburetor on, so we'll have to loosen that. Yeah. Our choke is pinched to that and cannot move. Someone even hook it back up over here. Jeez Louise, what kind of carburetor guy we got on our hands here, huh? Didn't even notice the leftover hardware. That's why they call me Backtracking Bobby. There we go. Now, to get that hooked up, you gotta take that loose, I see. Yeah, what you gonna say now, see? Dang it. Boop. All that. Just for that. Look who's back. Ah! Ah! Dang it. I know I hit it that time, but my two knuckles there hit the panel, and it was underneath that third knuckle, so I didn't squish them. Shuckies. Boy, he's just dodging bullets. All right, next up, our fuel line we can tighten back up. We're gonna have to get a actual worm clamp on that because that fits too loose on there. Our vacuum line, we'll go ahead and plug it onto our distributor. And then we got a return spring right here. That needs to go up to there somehow. Probably gonna have to put a through bolt on that. Let's go get some more goodies. Hose clamp, check. Retaining pin for the choke lever, check. Next up, throttle. We're gonna need a little drillification in this old carburetor situation. Yeah, that's what you want to do to a rear carburetor. Waller it out. Just because it's rare don't mean it's valuable. It's probably not that rare. Haha. Be a good time to have a shorter bolt. Number one. Then we're gonna pop that on, and then we'll bring another nylock. That way we can run it down and stop it where we want it. Pretty well the technique I used on the Holly. It had to have a little spacer piece in there, but this, with it about like so, lines up really stinking good, so that's nice. And let's go for one more hole here. Ah, picked a bad drill bit. Pop that right there. Flip hook around to right there. Plenty of spring. All right. Now, assuming we get some fuel to her, she's about ready to try. Where'd you go? Huh? Where are you? Oh, he is back. I knew I seen him. I can't punch down in that corner. Cacao! I hit him with that smack. I don't know where he went. That sucker's a quick one. He knows I'm after him, so he don't stick around in one spot for long. Inside here, I did have to rob our oil gauge, so I need to put this back real quick. I may have robbed that when priming our small block Chevy for the Model A. Oh, dummy. Gotta put it through the hole first. Dang rookie. Yeah. Put the gauge back in. Nope. She's pretty bone dry. That's weird. Our battery's dead too. This battery was good until last year. And she says 916. So I'll say that's a pretty dang good run out of a battery. There she went. I figured that was gonna happen. That's all right. Loose is loose. Loose like a detached caboose. Ha ha! Got a whole lot of fuel left. Hopefully this battery has some charge left. That's the secret to any good successful battery swap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully this will be a rootin' tootin' enough gasoline so we can go play in some mud or something and have a rootin' tootin' good time. I have a feeling it's about to be rootin' tootin' ornery though, and the way the day's been going. I know, fingers crossed. The Eagle Eye did say that carburetor would be fine, so some of that good stuff up in her. Oh, she's ready for the mud. We got the extra weight in the back. There's them 2x12s. I knew I had some. I was looking for them the other day. I checked everywhere besides where I put them. Let's turn key on. That should get our fuel pump chugging. I like how we said go play in the mud as she sits right in the mud. Make sure we ain't got no fuel shooting out. I don't see none. Nope, we got a little fuel leak right here. Oh, we're spraying fuel right there. She'll go, I bet. Just the tiniest leak from this one. Tighten it just a hair. Let's see if our old free carburetor is gonna tune this up. Uh-oh, clutch is stuck. Oh yeah. vacuum leak. That right there will do it. It's got the vacuum leak turbocharger. We need a new cap. Guys, I tried to push in the clutch and the clutch was stuck. That's a shame because that's a new master cylinder. It ain't even that dang old. I'm the one who put it on there. That half all? Shoot, it wouldn't even idle with that Holly on there. Only way it'd stay running is if you kept her pegged. And no, it wasn't from this vacuum leak neither. This vacuum leak's new. Hey now. I'm gonna turn that idle up just a hair. Oh, we are leaking a little bit out the accelerator pump as well. Oh, and she's flooding. She's flooding. Come on, baby. That ain't good. Idle mixture screws, I just went in on that one till I heard it change the idle some. Then I came back out about half turn. Oh, too far. Let's go another quarter. About there. Got a little flat spot. I mean, honestly, that's pretty good for $3.99 on the swap meet carburetor. It's leaking fuel around the accelerator pump gasket, maybe around there. I'm not convinced our needle and seat's fully seating. When it's running, it's fine. Yeah, we need a rebuild kit now. I told you it'd probably get us going, but probably good enough to order the kit, so I'm not too surprised there. What I'm not a fan of is the clutch being locked up. Let's see if we can't break it. Just want to make sure we had a little coolant before we got too crazy. Heck yeah, that's responding good. Good oil pressure. Temperature is coming up, but check this out. Oh, that whatever stuck just stuck. Yeah, dang it, I can't believe it. I think I put a slave cylinder and a master cylinder on this. A stuck clutch was the last thing I was picturing today. See that? I'm in gear. Just let that clutch out so we can rev her up. But until we unstick a clutch, we ain't going nowhere. Bust right off. Man, what the luck. Pretty good luck with a carburetor. Then she had to let me down, huh? You had to let me down, did you? Why is that clutch stuck? Is it crap in the pressure plate? Is it rusty and sticking? It ain't good. You mean you're supposed to be able to start it with it in first gear? Our slave cylinders right down there. What is gurgling on this? Something's just a gurgling away. Maybe if I pulled that slave cylinder off there, we could tell what's doing what. They're real fun to get to. I knew these daddy long stroke extensions I bought the other day would end up coming in handy eventually. I think if we're persistent enough, we can find the two bolts from up here somewhere. They're both on the bottom side. I do remember that. Hey, maybe we put the light somewhere where we can see. That always helps. Oh, boy, someone put that on there like he never wanted to ever have to take it off again or something. How can that fit on one but not the other? Nah, that sucker must be rounded some or something. Had to put the Uniwiggler on her. She may be a little rounded. By a little rounded, I mean, good golly, Miss Molly, who did that to that thing? Huh. Not me, Shirley. All right. Now, my next question is, can we wiggle this up in a way? pop that boot off. That's a good sign. And right there, that piston is full extended. That's full of corrosion and it's leaking. So I'm gonna say it's a pretty safe bet we just found our problem. Maybe I didn't replace the slave cylinder, I don't know. No, that was definitely replaced. There ain't even no rust on the back side. Parts nowadays, I tell you, you can't even get nothing good anymore. Grabbed our hose down there. First time I tried to bite the top, I snapped it all off. Like I said, good parts. I ain't got no warehouse like Mordsky does, just plumb full of parts. But I do have a, yep, clutch hydraulics. That's probably it right there. Yeah, I have plenty of the Courier parts. When I was buying this stuff up back in the day, I never knew a ball went in there. Spray a little looby dooby in there this time on this new one. Not that that's really gonna help us. And give you a little pro tip, if you're goofy enough to want to play with Couriers that are hard to get parts for and everything else, if you need that clutch replacement hose, that rubber hose, just get you one for the front brakes if you can find one of them. The same ends, they're just longer, but it being longer right now has made it where I can reach up or fish it up towards the top and do it without crawling up underneath this thing so far, so that's kind of been nice. Give that the locking pliers lockdown. Good golly, Miss Molly. Just took me a good, I don't know how many minutes to get that slave cylinder started again. Way longer than it should have. How's that for an answer? Probably 30 plus minutes trying to get those two bolts going. It's real good looking fluid in there, ain't it? The bleeder's gonna be 9 mil because all I got down here is 8 and 10. Why wouldn't it be 9? It'll be just like that time we did the yeehaw where you just pump it and then hold it. Go ahead. All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Still ain't getting nothing. Go ahead. Oh. All right, you can let off for a second. Let me get this on here. All right, pump it and hold it down. Just once is fine. Now we're not getting nothing out of our master even. Cracking our line right there, we ain't getting diddly. Our master cylinder here, I had replaced as well. Oh, well, how come it's flowing now? That's what we wanted to see. I started thinking about it and I was like, well, it shoved down the first time enough to push the slave cylinder out and for the slave cylinder to stick, so we should be getting some fluid. So I full took that out and yeah, we got fluid that time. All right, go ahead. So we'll leave that one. And then, you got it held down? Yeah. Start seeing if we can maybe work some fluid down to here. Maybe we can get it. Thanks to old Nate Dog for the help. He's in the little bumblebee there. The bumblebee's ticked off right now. You hear it over there buzzing. Anyhow, I had a new one of these too. I've had good luck on the stuff I replaced on the yeehaw. Since I've done the carb swap, all that crap, guys, I ain't done like no maintenance on that thing. It just works, does a good job, has given me 0 fits. This stuff, I basically went through the same thing and it's basically been the whole opposite. Everything's giving me fits apparently. That's pushing enough to squirt some, but I'm guessing the seal in here is bad as well. So it's moving some, but then when it's trying to actually push in or clutch, it don't have enough. Oh, nice. Good deep wells up in there, it looks like. So before we had no clutch because the clutch wouldn't release. Once we pulled that slave cylinder off, it did release. But now we ain't got no clutch because the slave cylinder won't push in. She must have had one final push left in her. Hell, that's me right now. I'm on my final push. I don't have much luck after this, and I'm gonna set her on fire. Last time I installed the stuff, I made sure it's all nice and tight. But hell, I'll never be doing this again. Yeah, 12, 13, 14, I don't know, however many months later, here we are. So going back this time, I'm making everything nice and loose. Just in case we gotta get in here and do it again. That one, the stud wanted to come out. Oh, I had that quick pin release, no pin in it. Look at that. Good paint, bad seals. one, our line's positioned a little different, it appears. It's all right, we like a challenge, don't we? I'm just gonna go back together with it under here. Just put a little manipulation in the hardline situation. And maybe we'll get her started here. Kind of snug right there. Pulled our bleeder out. Put in a vacuum. Just this vacuum hose. And it did drop our master some. Be a good time to have Nathan here now. Oh, it's flowing. I think I can see it dropping some. You ain't never had to bleed nothing by yourself before? Oh, I think I heard some air. I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. She's spraying out. Here we go. We're definitely getting some fluid. About 15 more of these, we should be good. All right. I didn't do quite 15. I did enough to drop her to the minimum. I have not tried it yet to see if she has a clutch. But it was getting harder and harder to push the board, so that's a good sign. I'll just clean my junk out of here, because if she does have a good clutch, well, I was gonna say we're gonna drive it, but we ain't gonna drive it because we got too much junk in our way. Come on, old girl, please be good to me. Good thing we got all this hardware we ended up not using. I knew we got it for something. What a fun little turd you've been. Try her out real quick, just a little test before we get too crazy. Hey, that's nice. Oh yeah, I'm shifting. May even still have brakes, who knows? Or those may be locked up too. Guys, is it possible I have too much crap? We may be starting to have too much craps. She's a one pump chimp. The old Ranchero's good, and we could have just been playing in this the whole time. Just don't forget, this one ain't got brakes. Got her in park. Now how stinking majestic is that? All we got is a bunch of off-road machines around here. That right there, two-wheel drive, mud tires, off-road machine. This right here, two-wheel drive, mud tires, off-road machine. Except this one makes about 14,000 more pounds of torque than that old Buick 350 in the Ranchero. Corolla's notorious for their torque. Boop. Ah. Oh. Spin trick. Lastly, but not leastly, two-wheel drive, mud tires, off-road machine. Boy, she pulls up out of here, we're gonna take her in the field and give her a zippity-doo all day. You know what I mean? The battery will be fine. This thing's missed working so much, it's ready to go build some fence right now. What's the damn chances of that, huh? Come on, Taco Boy, power me up. Huh? You feeling rowdy? You feeling a little naughty? You want to be a little ornery? You want to go smack some mud and get stuck when we lose our point? Does this thing have electronic? We may not get stuck. Woo! Checking brakes. Brake check. Pretty well non-existent. All right, we need a master cylinder there too. It feels like it's giving some, but not what it should be. We'll be all right. Just want to go through all this grass over here where we can't see diddly. Woo-hoo-hoo! Bing, ding, 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 ding. Going through the hayfield. Hey! Woo! You gonna get a little squirrely? Woo! Bing, ding, 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 ding. The return spring on this thing, she's a gooder. She is kind of hard to push. Let's check the mud pit. Oh yeah, she's full of water. Well, let's go get a tripod. We gotta smack that. Oh, that's way better than the Holly. I won't say power-wise, when the Holly was working, she worked. But like I said, it didn't stay working. I think this one will stay working until we leak out all of our fuel that's coming out the gaskets. But don't worry about that. She steers like crap. Woo! Off-road machines unite. That's my club. We're the two-wheel drive warriors. Oh, she a little muddy right there? Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Bouncy, bouncy. I also planned on pulling it in the shop and getting it on the lift and taking these spacers out of the front. It does give us clearance, but it makes it ride like crap. But I'm kind of enjoying bouncing here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Be a good time to have a cameraman. Now this little bottom, she's been here, and we broke her in with the Ranchero last week. Let's see what this baby's got. So far, carburetor seems great. I don't have anyone to help me if I do get stuck. If I do get the electronics too wet and whatever. We may go spend some time with the girls. But let me show you what she can do first. First, oh yeah, plenty of power in first. You want to slide her some? Give her some first. Grab second. Oh yeah. She's got enough to keep her pegged in first with these mud tires, or in second with these mud tires, to keep her going roundy round. Now she don't steer the greatest, so if you want to go back that way, you just come this way. Go right through the trees. I didn't get her wound up enough, my apologies. You come right here, get her wound up, go to second, then you can swing her around. Alright guys, we're gonna go through her one time, and we'll call this a victory. The half haul hasn't stayed running consecutively this long, and probably since last year at some point. Your windshield wipers work? Dang right they do. I don't know why I ever doubted you. We're spinning back here. Oh, I can't see deadly. Here we go, here we go. Come on, baby. She just eats right through. That is fun. That is fun. Woo! Oh! Yes. That little 15 minutes of fun right in there. I don't know if it's worth the whole day, but it's pretty dang close, okay? I was hoping to have some fun and get some work done with it too, but sometimes you just gotta settle for some fun. Woo! parking brake ain't much there. Watch this. We got a good runner again, folks. Besides that, she didn't even hardly get over $160. Look at her in all of her glory. Undeniably, I have the most exquisite rides around. Just look at them. A thing of beauty. I think we're gonna end right there. I need to just order some stuff, and much other than that, I'm on the Instagrammer, Puddin's Fab Shop. Fab, not Fap. That's all right. PuddinsFabShop.com for the good quality merchandise. See, I got mud on my glasses, and now my brain's mudded. I ain't seeing clear, and then I'm not thinking clear. I'm on the Facebook or the Instagram or the Patreon, and I've got a little bit of a heat headache today. So I'm gonna get off here, chug some water, go spend some time with my girls. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, that thing whooped me today. Throw in the hat. I'm done. Do not forget, just sweep it up. Do not forget, sitting on your ass will not finish your project. I'll see y'all on the next one. Hot damn, there's so much BSery. We had to start a whole channel for all the extras. Be sure to go check out Puddin's Fab Shop if you ain't seen that baby yet. Come on!